So, fellas, welcome to another episode of Real Talk 1012. You're here with Coach Jeff,
Coach Ryan,
Kashan, but people call me Twin. Just to let y'all know.
His twin brother.
Cool, and y'all gonna have to tell the twins talk a little bit louder, man, so they can be heard.
Bet.
Cool, but yeah, we wanted to bring them on there from the Cult Squad, Red Hot Cult Squad today. So these are our special guests. It's good to be with you guys for another week as we talk predictions. You guys hear expert analysis from us, and I feel like we've been doing okay with predictions.
I feel like we're doing all right.
All right, cool. So we're gonna ask you guys a couple questions and gonna ask kind of about your predictions. But quick announcements. Some of the guys that were here at the league night, thank you guys for coming. For you guys who are at home, make sure you guys are here next Wednesday. We got a special guest who will be here, who will be speaking next Wednesday at our league night. Quick announcements. June 26th, it is a Wednesday. We will be having a 10-12 night at Shake and Bake. We want to see which team is the best, has the best bowlers on it. I know it's crazy, whatever, but we want to see what team kind of can take it from the football field to the bowling alley. And so that is a night that will be free for you guys. It's a Wednesday night, 5:45, June 26th. Now, June 22nd is our Family and Friends Day. Make sure you guys tell everybody you know, family, friends, to come out. To that day, we'll have food for everybody who's in attendance. We'll also be having, we'll bring the bubble balls out and just have we'll have a blast, you know what I'm saying, for our Family and Friends Day. So without further ado, fellas, thank you guys for joining us for this episode. So this is you guys' first year in the league, all right? So tell me a little bit about how's it been for you guys?
I mean, when we first came here and played that first game, I already knew, like, I was already used to playing sports before, like football. I was a big football, high school player my freshman year. If you look me up, I'm all over the internet, this, that, and the third. So, but when I got here, it's kind of different. Yeah, huddle. It's kind of different, though, because it's like I'm not used to playing flag football as high as play, because they said you can't block with hands.
Yeah.
And there's a certain way you got to play, so I'm still kind of adjusting to it for real. But, you know, we coming out fighting every day, playing each team. They kind of tough. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy just running through teams and think we going to blow them out. It's kind of tough for real. They got a couple skilled players, and there's a couple skilled players out there. You're going to meet your match one day.
Yeah.
Everybody, you're not just going to blow through. So I feel as though I got to play my best, apply my skills, and show them what I'm made of, and I'll be good for the rest of the season.
Cool.
I agree with that. I really do. Because, like he was saying, it's a lot of teams out there with a lot of talent, a lot of skilled players, and I know the team we playing this week. I heard they was a cool team for real. I don't think we just gonna blow bomb.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a tough game, but I still think we're gonna come out with the win though, like we did last week against who we played last week.
You tell
the Falcons. We played the Falcons. They was beating us. We still came out with the win. That was a tough game though.
That was a tough game. So just kind of as we look back at that game, that was a tough Falcons game. And they had you guys, 18-0? What did you guys have to realize as a team and you know what I'm saying, to be able to come back from the 18-0 deficit? Walk me through what you guys as a team had to do to end up on top of that game.
All right, so first when we got out there and started playing, one of our players was late, so we only had 6 guys on the field. So it would be always one person guarding 2 players on the opposition team. So they would score like each drive because there's only one person guarding them. So we was like, all right, but we didn't realize that until our 7th player got there. So when he got there, so I'm like, all right, cool, we going to adjust, we going to stick, who we going to stick, we going to call out our mans and adjust real quick. So we came out, we guarded up man to man, we stopped every play they was doing. But I'm not going to say they wasn't catching passes over us. We was guarding good defense on them, but they was still catching passes over us. And it was kind of tougher. I was getting frustrated, especially in the first half when he just was scoring, just throwing long was down the field and doing what I was doing. I was getting kind of frustrated. But as we got our 7th player, I opened up, loosened up a little bit, came out halftime, and we was doing our thing. We ran the score up and was up by a touchdown, and it went from there.
Cool. I agree though, because but before we was losing, we wasn't playing proper defense. Everybody was just kind of doing their own thing. But once we found out, it's halftime, we gotta come out here and do what we do best. We all had to stay on one man the whole game. We all had to stick defense. So we all agreed in the huddle to play defense. We had to apply pressure because we knew they could have won. They could have won, but we couldn't let that happen. So we just had to come out do it.
So luckily, that didn't fly too far south.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just thankful we won for real. And continue this good season.
Yeah. So we have our game day verse for the week. Comes from the book of Isaiah. So here, kind of before we go over that, what does it meant for you guys for us to have that game day verse? Has it been any encouragement, or I mean, you guys just like everybody else has had to been memorizing the verse of the week? But what effect has that had? Has that been encouraging? Has that been a burden? Like what? Just coming into the league and knowing that you had to memorize the game day verse to be able to play.
I mean, it did help me focus more because I know I had to focus on something more than school or my work. Because I know I like to do stuff on the weekend. I'm a big time. I like sports. I like to do stuff. Yeah. So for me to have to remember the verses and stuff like that, that was good because I know I want to play. I know I want to go out there and play. So I just study every day, look at the verse, go it as many times as I can, so that way I won't forget it. Because I know I want to play. Every Saturday, every game we had.
For me, I'm going to say that it kind of gave me a more understanding of the responsibilities I had to take on. Knowing then as though if I know I wanted to play every Saturday, I know I had to remember that verse word by word, no stuttering, no messing up, no going to look back at my phone at the verse. Yeah. So I had to kind of say that over and over. It actually got to the point where as though I would put my beats on and fall asleep and just listen to it. So that way when I wake up, it's still playing and it's still playing.
Yeah.
So when that time came and we walked over there to him, he asked us a verse, we know it by heart. It was me, my brother, and Xavier, as a matter of fact. It was all three of us, we know it by heart. So yeah, that's kind of good for real, that we gotta take on responsibilities, or we at least gotta put something forward to show that we want to play in this game.
Yeah. That's good, fellas. Make sure we had a couple guys in that first game last week that got caught up. They thought they could slip by like knowing 2 words of the verse, and they was sitting there looking crazy in the face because coach ain't let them slide. So make sure, fellas, to know your verse for the week. So as we look forward to this week, you guys have the Redskin team, and they've, in my opinion, they've been getting better and better. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see any of their games, but this team has unfortunately not won a game, the Redskins. What do you guys have to focus on to be, you know what I'm saying, in this upcoming game so that you guys don't? You guys are obviously the favorites to win this game, but what do you guys have to make sure that you do to keep on track and winning?
All right, so being as though the Redskins have not won a game, you still can't count them out at the end of the day.
Right.
Because you don't know what they're capable of. So I think all we should do is just continue to play our offense and our defense how we was going, communicate more, make sure everybody on the same page, make sure nobody not slacking off on the field, make sure everybody focus and know what they're doing. Because if not, that could allow them, 1, to win that first game.
Yeah.
For 2, just do anything on us. And for 3, for us to get frustrated and just blow everything out of proportion, and we can't have that.
Yeah.
Because I think as of right now, we only lost 1 game, and we try and keep that good record straight and not try to lose no more games.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying he's not going to be tough though. I'm not saying he's not going to have no skilled players. All I'm saying is I'm gonna play my best, apply my skills, apply my pressure,
Yeah.
and show them what I'm made of.
Yeah.
We not an easy team to just blow by.
I agree because, like he said, you can't just count them out because they didn't win a game. Because they could come out there Saturday morning and just whip on us. But like he said, we can't let that happen. We got to play our defense. We got to play our cards smart. We got to communicate, tell who to guard who to stick who. Make sure they paying attention. You can't just let them do what they want. Because then if you do, then they're not going to know what they're doing. That's just a sad case for us. So, yeah, like he said, we just got to stay focused, do what we do best.
So this is the first time in 10-12 history that we've had twins on this pregame show. So I got to ask you guys, as you're looking into this upcoming game, and you guys have known each other for as long as y'all have lived.
Yeah.
What's the difference between you two as far as leadership style, as far as what you guys bring to the table,
That's
as
a good
far
question.
as what you're going to do on Saturday to make sure that your team's ready to go?
All right, so Banners though, man, my brother, twins and all that. A lot of people, like, for that first sight on us, they think we identical, but in reality, we fraternal twins. Like, we fraternal for real. We not identical twins at all. But you would have to see us more to really see the difference in us, like, oh, they don't look alike. Because for one, I'm bigger than him, taller than him, my hair taller than his. He keep a little cut. We dress differently, so it's not that hard to peep who's the difference between us, especially our friends, since they've been knowing us for so long. And far as on the football field, you know, we 9 times out of 10 coaches, they put us at the same position just because we twins. But they can't automatically assume that we got the same skills.
Yeah.
So that's why they tried us out at different positions, and I didn't end up playing the same as him. So I ended up playing defense my freshman year at Glen High School, and he ended up playing offense.
I played both,
And,
actually.
well, yeah, he played both. So they were just kind of working with us to see what we was made of. For real, for real. We supposed to play varsity this year because we already played the 2 years of JV. And as far as that, I mean, people still get us mixed up. Till this day, they'll call me my brother, they'll call him me.
Yeah.
And we end up telling them, like, if you can't get our name right, just call me a name that I'm telling you to call me. Like my cousin, my uncle Brian used to call me Scarface because of the scar on my forehead or something like that. But I never really liked that. I just told him just keep calling me Twin.
Yeah.
Nobody was calling me that but him.
Yeah, yeah.
But if not, just regular people on the street or anybody in general, they'll just call us Twin and we'll both look and they'll just pick out which one they call.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of easier for them. And for us too, so that way we just won't be looking around like, who is you talking to, this, that, and the third.
Yeah, that's
So,
good.
yeah,
That makes sense. So we won't ask you about that game, but we will ask you about our first game in the, this upcoming Saturday, which is our game of the week. All right, we got we have a very highly anticipated game that has been, I feel like, has been talked about for the last 10 months. This Eagles versus the Seahawks. I want to ask the
Steelers.
It's the Steelers.
Eagles versus the Steelers. Sorry. I done counted y'all out already. Dang, I didn't even get to my prediction. But you know what? So the Steelers team, who I don't even know how long of this win streak they're on. They probably game 13 game win streak.
They said they never lost.
They have not lost since the beginning of last year, and so they almost lost. But not since the beginning of last year. But we have an Eagles team who's just playing really well. Here's my question, right? As we look at this upcoming game, we know coming into it the Eagles are favored. The Steelers are favored. It's the game of the week. What do you guys look? Yeah, what do you guys think you're gonna see this upcoming Saturday? What? Real quick, if you gave me a 30-second kind of summary of the synopsis of the game, what you think it's gonna be? What do you think you're going to see?
All right, so check this out. Being as though me, based on what I've been hearing, it's going to be a tough team. I don't think we just going to go out there and do what we want to them. They're going to give us...
I'm talking about... So, game of the week, Steelers versus Eagles.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh, well...
Steelers versus Eagles.
Being as though I'm hearing about the Steelers, I don't think the Eagles... No.
You don't think they got it in them?
No.
All right.
No.
That's why we asked you.
No.
That's why we asked you.
I got a different perspective on this situation.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, wait, how many games have the Eagles won? Is there a good team?
The Eagles only lost one game this year.
All right, so Ben, as though you just said that, Ben, as though the Steelers undefeated and the Eagles only lost one game. My personal opinion, I don't think the Steelers is going to go out there and whip on them. And I think he know for a fact they're not going to go out there and just whip on them either. I know they're going to be tough.
Yeah.
They're going to have some skilled players that's doing that thing and going to show them like, yeah, you just not ready to come out here and bully me for real. But in the end, I still think the Steelers going to win.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers going to win, but I don't think they just going to run over top of them and just blow them out straight. But I think they're going to win.
Yeah. That's a good perspective. What we got, man?
Man, I'll tell you what, before I started talking to some of the Eagles guys this week, I actually thought that the Eagles were going to win this game. And then I talked to some of the Eagles guys, and they were saying that they didn't think that they were going to win this game.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you.
Don't call them out. Don't call them out, Rayfield. Don't call them out, Dante.
No confidence in their
I wasn't
team.
trying to say names or anything like that, but
No way. No confidence.
before I started talking to players on the Eagles team, I actually had them potentially winning this game. Now, I still think it's going to come to a matter of focus. I already know how it's going to go. The first half is going to dictate the entire game. If the Eagles decide to come out, they change their mentality. They're going to find the gaps in the Steelers zone. They're going to be able to get touchdowns. They're going to score. I think the Eagles defensively can definitely hold down the Steelers. But you know what I think, and I'm worried is going to happen for the Eagles?
What is that? Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
I'm worried the team is just going to – I'm worried they're going to melt under the pressure. It might be a little like origami, like a little bit flick, like tank, and they might fold under pressure. So – my hope is that they don't, that we have the best game of the week that we've seen yet. But I'm going to tell you right now, I got Eagles losing 42-24 to the Steelers.
42-24 to the Steelers.
That's something to work. Hey, come back here. Get back here.
So
Come here.
42-24. We had one of the Eagles players that walked out of the studio. So, I what you said, Coach Ryan, was it. I mean, it's all about composure. I think the Steelers have been shown they've been challenged this year, and they have shown that composure-wise, they don't totally melt down. And so, you know what? I'm gonna say this because I always go against the Steelers, and I'm a man of consistency. I'm gonna say this though. I think if the Eagles have the talent to beat them,
100%.
100%, very
100%,
easily,
100%.
actually, very easily, actually. Let me say that. I do mentality-wise, like you said, it's about. We talk a lot about adversity. What happens when something unexpected happens?
Yep.
You know, do you crumble? Do you blame shift? You know, whatever.
Yep.
And that's you said it. That's what it's all about. I think if all the Eagles players show up, it's gonna be a very tough. Steelers gonna have a very tough, you know what I'm saying, opponent in the in the Eagles. But all that said, I think I've been talking to Coach Sean. And he, you know what I'm saying, he's a coach that's always focused on all of the players developing and really growing into what it means to be men, you know. So I think that they'll get a hint and have a big second half that will push them over the top. And so it's going to be a high-scoring game, obviously. And I actually got it going 35-34, Eagles winning this one.
Oh, Lord.
Eagles winning this one.
Lord.
I know I'm not...
Oh, Lord.
I know.
Oh,
I got the Eagles winning. Shout out to y'all. Hit my Cash App. So as we look at this second game, we have the Falcons versus 49ers. Any Falcons and 49ers people in the house say, "Oh yeah." That's cool. So Falcons versus 49ers. So we have a Falcons team that is obviously they took a tough loss to you guys last week. And they're playing against a 49ers team that is hungry for a win. I can tell you that. Hungry for a win. Give me a score to this game. What do you guys think?
Between 49ers and Falcons?
49ers versus Falcons. It's our second game, 10:45 game. Give me a score for this game.
All right. So based off what I've seen when we played the 49ers and when we played the Falcons, the 49ers wasn't really a match for us. So I'm telling you that now. We was just running over top of him. He over there laughing. He know because he was right with him. But the difference between the 49ers and the Falcons is the Falcons have more skilled players and they kind of adjust. They kind of adjust more and they work together. 49ers, they was just arguing with each other, going back and forth about what was going on instead of thinking like, all right, we gotta do this to come together and win. But my prediction of the score is I think it's going to be a straight ball, 45-0.
Falcons 45-0.
45-0.
Is that what you got? Give me a score.
45-0.
All I'm gonna say is I think the 49ers are gonna get swept. More than 45. Just because of how they played against us. They was sloppy on the field, not communicating. They just wasn't clicking. So for me, yeah, more than 45, straight sweep.
But don't get me wrong. The 49ers is a good team though. They got a couple players out there that's doing their thing.
They do. And one thing, shout out to them for that last game. When all is said and done, the way that they finished out the game against the Eagles, nothing but respect for them. And that showed me a lot about their character. They got a team that's young, you know what I'm saying, and they're building. And we got a couple of new additions that they pick up the end of last week that are really gonna mix the game up. And I ain't gonna mess it up for nobody, but just will say let's wait and see. What we got, Coach Ryan?
Oh, no doubt. 49ers stick with it each week. I'm not worried about the 49ers, whether they're going to play through the entire game or not. Falcons gave up an early lead, or Falcons let a comeback happen last week to you guys. And I think if the 49ers stick with it throughout the game, I know they got some talent, but I think that they're gelling. I got the 49ers actually taking this game 32-28.
Respect it. I can respect it.
This is the second time in a row that I'm picking the 49ers.
I can respect it. I see where you're coming from.
I got the 49ers.
Yeah, man, and you know what? If I could say it would be a tie, it would be a tie because I have not only great respect for these teams, but they in terms of them just playing. I feel like out of any teams in this league, those two teams, heart-wise, had the most heart, and that goes a long way. especially as you gel together as a team. With that being said, I think it's going to be closer than we think. 49ers will take a step forward, but the leadership of the Falcons has been on another level this year, and that's going to push them over the top. And the game is going to be 21-18. Falcons will take this one. And then we move on to our last game with the Ravens versus the Seahawks, which you know what? Out of all the games, I think this game. I know we have a game of the week. It'll be our first game, but you know what? I don't know which team what we'll see this game. As we have a Ravens team who's hungry. They had a tough loss last week to the defending champion Steelers. They came back, but didn't, lost at the last drive. And we have a Seahawks team that's still, again, trying to find their rhythm and trying to find gel as a team. But what do we got? Real quick, let's give us a score.
All right, real quick.
Game.
Got you the score, 36-32. Ravens going to beat the Seahawks. It's going to be a barn burner down to the end, no doubt about it. It's going to go back and forth. I'm going to predict at least 5 lead changes, but 36-32, I got Ravens.
Cool.
I'm going to give it 42-28. That's the most I'm going to give it.
Who we got?
Who you got?
The Seahawks.
Woo! All right.
I got faith in them.
Right.
I got a lot of faith in them. I got a lot of faith in them.
He got him winning by 2 touchdowns. All right, what you got?
Nah, you never know.
What I got to say is, I think the Seahawks going to take this one.
Yeah?
I think they're going to take it. I believe they're going to take it. For the simple fact that they have good leadership. They know how to work together. They know how to communicate. They know how to do what they do best. They don't get worked up. They don't let other teams get in their head to throw them out of focus. So, yeah, I got the Seahawks taking this one.
All right, cool,
I don't know
cool,
what score, but I got the Seahawks taking it.
All right, cool. And I got it 28-21. I think the Ravens are gonna that loss last week stung a little bit, and I think this is the game where they got to get back on track. So I think they're gonna do it, but barely by a touchdown. So thank you guys for joining us. I had one real quick question. If you could sum it up in 20 seconds, right? Twins. One thing I know about twins is they grow up fighting a lot. Is that true?
Yes, it's very true.
So here's the thing. We always promote godliness, and we promote this aspect of being meek, you know what I'm saying, and non-violence. But here's what I want to know. Since it's already in the past, I know y'all don't fight no more. Since it's already in the past, what's the record? What's the record?
All right, so I'm going to say out of a whole time fighting, we probably only lost about 3 fights. And
I'm talking no. I'm talking between you two.
My brother fighting?
Yeah.
Between my brother.
And this could be play fighting, anything like that.
Right.
But who's the stronger one? Who usually takes that wrestling match?
All right, so me and my brother, we actually fought twice in school, on something serious.
Oh no.
So it was a tie in middle school. Middle school it was a tie, but elementary school, he beat me. I wasn't really trying to fight him because that was my brother. We was on school property, but it was a bloody situation in middle school. Got home, father got on us for fighting. I got in trouble, of course, because I split his eye right here.
Oh.
And it just went from there. But ever since then, we never fought again. Cause
you guys wrestle a lot?
Yeah, we still wrestle a lot.
Who's the that's more what I'm getting at. I don't want to hear about the
It's kind of the same. Because being as though he's smaller than me, I don't think he's weak. He's not weaker than me just because he's smaller than me. Because he's a strong person for real. So when we be wrestling, going back and forth in the house, he be with me. He be throwing me around, slinging me around a little bit. I be slinging him around a little bit. We just be playing, having fun with each other.
Cool.
But I don't ever get that serious no more because I love this little boy.
Yeah. Well, cool. Hey, it's good having you guys in the league. For one,
Appreciate you,
it's great having you guys on here today. And guys, thank you for another episode of Real Talk 1012. We'll see you guys on Saturday.
That way out.